Jump right in. Taking a second to make sure everything goes okay. Okay, yeah, the YouTube stream is up, the Twitch stream is up, it's all looking good. How is everyone doing today? I'll take a moment to do the social posts and tell people that we are live. Hey, Artist Synth. Just doing the social posts quickly to say that we're live, and then I'm going to be getting started. Need a moment to find a good image. That'll do. Use to set this up. How is everyone doing today? Post text into all the places it needs posting. Do some image alt text. Ooh, all the most exciting work. Alan Wake. Man with dark hair. Stands in a room lit by two glowing red V-shape lights and a door that says information. That'll do. Hey, Slapini says, evening, watched the VOD last night, really enjoying this game. I've been really looking forward to playing more of it. I am excited to jump right in as soon as I've got the post. I should have done these social posts before I went live, but today's been a day. I was still editing the Gymquisition like 15 minutes ago, or subtitling, so I am literally just jumping into this as quick as I can to hop in, because usually I wouldn't be starting the stream until an hour from now, but I'll be honest, I want to get through this game, I want to see it, and the earlier I start my stream tonight, the more of it I can get through for bed. Cool, let's do the social posts. Those are going up now. Go. It also means I'm streaming at the correct time for North Americans if I start now, even if I am starting an hour earlier than my usual UK time, because the clocks have changed in the UK but not in the US, and we're like an hour out of sync at the moment, as happens for like a week every winter and like 2 or 3 weeks every spring. It's a thing to remember. Right, last time Saga found a safe house, a witch's hut. It's a safe house, I can save there. I don't know if there's any other significance to the witch's hut. Any other significance to it other than it's a safe room. But I suspect that does mean we're finally about to start getting some combat. Oh. Press continue moment. The break room is a place where you can save your service.
Making progress.
What you got to tell me, Alan?
Image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Okay, I gotta find a heart and put it through a thing. Do we have anything new to add to the case board? Let's do that while we're here.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Yeah, it does. Well, we push a heart through a sign. What is the ritual? Well, we'll put the description of the ritual there, I suppose.
Keep trying.
Oh, do we have to go get the heart that's supposed to be in the evidence locker or something and do something with it?
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Oh, this was the woman who looked like she'd been
Nightingale's heart
punched through.
disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
How are we going to read that text? The text was written from the inside of the heart outwards, so it was like backwards. That was a whole problem we had. You come across the pages, they don't say aloud the entire passage or 4 readings each by Alan. Okay, interesting. Right. Yeah, where's the heart? Oh, is this a... Oh, okay, is this a clue system? We profile someone to get this answer. We find evidence to find that answer. Okay, you know what? I don't hate that. I don't hate that you can find out what the thing is that's going to progress this. But I do think we're about to find out some... Yeah, we have no idea of how... There is no way we would know where to find this heart. So we're just going to think about Nightingale a bit and work out where his zombie corpse would hide his heart.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap.
We've never met him.
Where is it?
So this is going to be impressive.
Close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Saga, I'm glad to hear that there's at least something you can't just psychically know by thinking about the man. But I suspect we're about to think about it again. We've thought about the heart, now we're going to think about the heart, where is it? And we're going to work out where it is. We're not going to do any additional legwork, but we're going to work it out, is my guess.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store.
Ah, yeah.
Stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store.
Why?
In the fridge.
Why did they even bother to go, we did this one, and Saga was like, I don't have what I need to work out where his heart is. I can't do it. I can't work out where his heart is. So I thought about him again, and I was like, oh, it's in the general store. That's where his heart would be. Why would it be there? Who the fuck knows? But it's there. It's there. I'm gonna put that on the evidence board because that's a fact now that his heart is in the evidence. Is in the general store. We put that on the board with the facts now. That's where facts live. To show that she needs to ask specific questions. But again, what was it about where is the heart that was like, yeah, it's the general store. That's the one.
The general store for the heart.
And I know, it's because Alan's fucking writing her, I know.
I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife.
Ooh. Slapini in the Twitch chat says, seemingly they're a little bit leaning into it being supernatural. The couple commented on the fact how you knew. Here's the thing. If they just told me she was a psychic, I'd be like, yeah, sure. And if it turns out, as I highly suspect, she is being puppeted by Alan Wake, who is a kind of hack writer who doesn't really know how to write detectives, then I'll be okay with it. If they try and say that this is, as she portrays it, a logical deduction technique that she's using, I'm like, no, thank you.
I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Oh, how do I gotta work out how to find my way back through this dark woods. Because yeah, that couple should not have known. Like we should not have known about the necklace. This is yet an. This I'm more willing to believe because like the supernatural element is a bit like more clearly in focus. The necklace was like, I just solved a crime this way. It's like, oh yeah, we're following like a zombie man's like ghost heart. Sure, ghost might, maybe his ghost is literally telling you where to find his heart. Probably. This is less unbelievable. Some would say more believable is a way you could phrase that. How do I get in the general store? Have I missed the entrance? Oh no, it's here. Okay. Well, we looked around here before. Let's have another look around. Yeah, we read that last time. Where would I hide a heart? In the fridge. Stop it going smelling bad. Is there a fridge in here? There is. Well, I'm gonna try the fridge in a minute. Let me just...
Christ!
I really thought it was gonna be in the fridge there for a second. Oh! Ah! Okay, jump scare. Okay.
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Okay, we got ya. Cool. It's in the fridge. The heart really is in the fridge. Called it. You refrigerate the heart. That's just sensible. The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I
glad...
need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
I'm glad you're acknowledging it's like dreamlike visions. This isn't... I did a logic. I'm glad you're not saying it makes sense for it to be there. Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed. Nightingale said it would...
Saga edged toward the broken door.
Here we go.
Her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Ooh, just got to see the thumbnail for this week's Accessibility episode, and it's looking great. A wonderful bit of iconography going on in it that I am excited to share when I get a chance. Okay, right. The heart was in the fridge. Solved that.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
Words on the heart? There they are. Read them now.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
Do we have anything else that helps with any of the other cases? No. Okay. I gotta remember that the game is not pausing while I do that. I should probably pick carefully when to do those. Using a trauma pad will allow you to heal. Applying a trauma pad takes longer but grants larger health benefit. Okay, is that it? We did it? Cool. Applying a trauma pad takes longer. I was like, applying a trauma pad as opposed to applying what? No. There's a difference between using and applying? No. Sure. Yeah, applying would be a form of using. I don't know exactly what the difference is. Jane says, in the process of making that AA thumbnail, I had to make a file called Nothing Controller Right Buttons. Make of that what you will. I mean, I just like the little detail that there's no visible Xbox logo on that controller. I think that is a perfect way to visualize that. Hey, Bellabean. Right. I have to remember my way back to the
there
witch.
Are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Gotta find my way back to the witch statue.
You
And
have the worst sense of direction.
are we in the bit where I'm gonna get attacked now?
Okay.
I didn't play any of this off stream. It's been a busy, long old weekend, and today went a bit
This
sideways.
just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Yeah, I played a little bit on stream before you arrived, but literally, we found a thing saying go find the heart, go find a heart, and Saga somehow worked out it was in the general store because of magic. Oh, we're doing monsters now.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Okay, we've gotten to the spookiness happening now. Here we go. Is this a sign I'm looking for? I think it is. Yes, the lady who got Krillined. There you go, have a heart. We say some spooky words.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Yeah, this week's accessibility might go up a little early in the week just because it is about an event that is happening at the moment, and who knows if it'll change as the week goes on. Oh, spooky witch. So, I've seen a very small clip of one thing I haven't yet experienced in this game, and without getting into spoilers, it's a very silly, exaggerated thing. And I've seen about 10 seconds of it, and I'm very curious how this game is going to become the clip I saw. Oh, Alan.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey!
Saga, you went to a literal other dimension by using, like, a murder victim's heart.
Okay, Saga. Going in.
Yeah, you used a murder victim's heart to go through a doorway to another world. Are you really surprised that Casey is not answering your little ham radio? At the end of the first game, Alan put the clicker in the witch's chest where the heart would have been. Yes, 100% that is why this is the ritual going on. It really feels like we are putting the heart back in the witch, which feels like a thing you probably shouldn't do.
Logan! Where are you? What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
Do we know who Logan is? Logan is her kid? I think. Yeah, there's that woman in the coffee shop who said, yeah, your kid drowned here. But I think she said a daughter drowned here, and I assume that wouldn't mean Logan. Oh, Logan is the daughter. Sorry, Logan is the daughter. I assumed based on name and made assumptions. Okay, this is the daughter who either is at home or is dead. One of the two. I was talking to someone this evening about theories about that, who is about as far in the game as I was. A person you might know from YouTube as The Stupendium, makes video game music videos, had a really interesting theory early on, which is, what if that whole your daughter is dead thing is Alan Wake like forgot to clean up a detail from an earlier draft of this, and that's why there's inconsistencies. It's like, oh, that's a loose plot thread Alan just forgot to wrap up. And I was like, I don't know if I think that's the case, but I do like that idea a lot. So, people who are playing this, you might know this more than I do because I haven't played the original in a while. It seems like I have 0 additional batteries for my torch. Batteries for my torch are consumables that I need to go find, right? Like, if I use 2 more blasts of torch, I'm going to have no torch until I find batteries, correct?
Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Yeah, it really seems like I'm going to have no more torch blasts after 1 more.
The rider went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside.
Hey, Cyborg
Over the
Girl.
lake, Nightingale was there. One of them. The dark presence. Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place. Wandering in the shadows. Muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I?
Okay, yeah,
Right.
so... yeah, so that is ammo for torch blasts. Cool.
Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must.
Oh,
dig it
yes,
out.
Cyborg Girl,
Your shape shifted.
Saga
Echoes of the
mentioned a
writer's
character called
dreams,
Logan, and I was like,
fading in,
I
fading
know,
out.
I
The
know,
next story and the story
I
after
know
that.
Saga has a daughter,
The writer was
but I'm
writing
guessing that's
again.
not who we're talking about. And it's like, no, that is, I didn't know Logan was sometimes a feminine name. So that's what I'm getting cancelled for, is not realizing Logan was referring to the daughter. That closed caption appears and disappears too fast for my liking. Very similar to the closed caption in God of War. I'm both hearing and visually impaired. Yeah, it's not ideal. Like, I'm glad it's there, but it's iffy in its execution for sure. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Cyborg Girl, how's Alan doing? We did a ritual with a heart that Saga magically knew was in the convenience store, and now we put a heart through a hole in a witch's chest in a sign, and now we're in the other world. We have anything? No, we have nothing to solve on this right now. Can I profile Alan? No, can't profile Alan. Mr. L, it is a huge missed opportunity to not put accessibility features into the remaster of the original Alan Wake. Particularly, like, I'm a big believer, if you know you're going to put accessibility settings in your sequel that weren't in the first game, and you're doing a remaster, the remaster is your opportunity to deal with that. Okay, where do I... Well, that's how Saga knew to put the heart through the hole. It does not explain how Saga knew, hey, the convenience store is where I will find that man's heart that went missing from the morgue. Molly Writer on Twitch asks if there are any references to the Control Alan Wake stuff. Yeah, we met some agents from the Federal Bureau of Control who were fixing a monitoring station or something. Oh, according to Bellabine, there are some later. We've at least seen a little bit of that. Oh yeah, we met them. met them on last week's stream. Yeah, I wish there was a way to turn off those full screen flashing effects. I'm thankful for these subtitles because I would not understand that's what Nightingale was saying without them.
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
Grayson Peddle says, that movie-styled closed caption is probably the reason why I prefer to read at my own pace. Old games such as Final Fantasy 1-9 let me do that. Yes, I am a big believer that in a lot of games, offering the ability to control when dialogue progresses is a benefit. I understand why certain games don't, but yeah. Am I going behind the waterfall? No. Oh.
Nightingale's badge.
Oh, I have limited space for picking things up. How do I, like, jump down? Yeah, nothing I can do there. Yeah, oh, there we go. This could really do with a bit of navigation assistance. It's all well and good setting your game in the dark, wet woods where it's kind of hard to see what's happening around you. But that makes it pretty hard to, you know, identify where you are going, and particularly where you've been. I'm struggling to work out where I've been and where is interactable, because I struggle to recognize things here, because it all looks like a dark, wet forest. Oh, I see a building with the word lost in it. Oh. I might be overthinking it, but it looked for a second like that might have been like the Bureau of Control.
Nightingale.
Oh. Oh, can I like duck away? Oh, yeah, do I have like a dodge animation? Yeah, can I like back away faster? Oh, I didn't need to torch blast him again. You can dodge, yes, don't know how on the controller. Okay, let me look up rolls. Oh, L1. I don't know if it's ever told me that. That would have been really useful to know a second ago. Oh, okay, I'm running? Running away, okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely think it's going for like a static filter effect. Okay. Oh, you got me. Oh, I do have enough torch to brighten him in a to brighten attack him in a cutscene. Am I meant to be attacking him now or just running away? Oh, yeah. Yeah, L1 as a dodge is, not intuitive. Okay, I have a battery again. Come on. Okay, okay. Go, go, go. Up here? Where are you? Oh, you're invisible now? I can't remember what difficulty I set it on. If this is normal, I might put it down. I might set it one down from this. Oh, is there a reason that's not working, the torch thing? Is it because he's already... I wish it was clearer if he needed me to shine a light on him or was already vulnerable. I need a cleaner signifier of that. Ugh. Oh, yeah, he needs shining. I see. Yeah, doable, but, like, that's not what I'm here for. I might turn that down a little. We'll give it a try.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Alan, could you stop writing my future before I do it? That would be helpful.
Got it.
Or explain whether you're, like, seeing the future or puppeting my actions. You should probably explain that to me. If I'm Saga. I, the player, know what's going on here, but... Oh, is that Alan? Is Alan actually here?
Are you okay?
No.
I did not think Alan would...
Scratch.
Sir.
Okay, I did not think Alan would be getting out to the real world nearly this quick. I thought we were going to be playing as Alan in the other side or something. He's talking about Scratch. He's worried that the embodiment of evil wearing his face that got out at the end of Alan Wake 1, that I think the American Nightmare DLC retconned that Alan managed to destroy and, like, undo from the timeline, but maybe not, was running around doing serial killings wearing his face until maybe he undid that timeline. That's who he's on about with Scratch, I think.
Calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before.
Easy now.
Alan Wake is literally Twin Peaks. Alan...
What's your name?
Or the... Yes. So the ending of Alan Wake 1 is literally, hey, the only way for me to save my wife is to let someone Twin Peaks and run around with my face on for a while. And then I gotta try and undo the timeline in which a man did a lot of murders with my face.
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Yeah, Grayson Petty in the YouTube chat says, seems like there's no separation between the name and the dialogue. There's certainly not much separation between the two. Yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to these lyrics because they seem like they're probably significant to the plot. Honestly, yeah. These first two, like, end of chapter tracks have been pretty good. They've been very tied into the narrative without feeling forced in doing that. That is a tricky line to walk. Oh, I've just realised I have an important question to ask at the end of this, accessibility-wise, about the stream. I need to double check. I'm gonna pause this here while I remember to ask this. Folks who are on Twitch, I have an OBS extension that does automated closed captions or automated captions while I stream. I don't know if that still works now that I'm using a simultaneously broadcast to multiple platforms program. If you are someone on the Twitch stream, are you able to turn on closed captions? Do they still function on the Twitch end? Deary says it works. Cool, that's good to know. Second question, for anyone in the YouTube stream, I guess that would be Grayson Petty, is there an option to see closed captions on this stream on YouTube? Because I realise this is only maybe the second time I've done this, streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. I don't know whether this extension's caption data gets picked up by YouTube successfully. And that is a thing I should probably know, and if not, I should work out a solution too. Anyway, I remembered that that's a thing I need to check. I'm glad that it's still working on Twitch, and if not YouTube, I'll work it out. Okay, Grayson says there's no option to see automated closed captions. Thank you for letting me know. I apologize that that is not set up. I'm so used to my OBS plugin just doing captions for me. That was something that has taken a couple of streams for me to twig. I should probably check on that. I will work out if there is a way to get YouTube to also show the closed captions. I used to do them embedded into, like, the video footage of the stream, so they were just part of the video, and I opted not to do that because the OBS extension allowed people on their end to customize them, but if it's not showing up on YouTube, I'll shuffle around with it.
Where'd you go? All of a sudden, the radio stopped working, and then that flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest.
Oh, please tell me Case...
This...
Okay.
Who I think it is?
Okay, he can see Alan.
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake.
I'm glad you're enjoying the stream anyway. Yeah, I really thought for like half a second that Casey wasn't going to be able to see Alan, and that this was going to be Alan only is back in the real world Ian Saga said. I'm glad he's physically back. That is more interesting to me.
Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Are you okay?
Casey, how? Am I still... Is this the dark place No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, the PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on. It's a bit of a hike to the car, Wake. Get your bearings, then we'll head out.
I need another minute.
Should look around.
I'm late.
With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there.
Take your time.
The flooding disappeared very suddenly. I wonder if there's any connection to the overlap. To Nightingale.
Looking around. It'd be helpful if I knew what I was looking for, game, but I'm looking around.
I have a light. And a gun. You can relax, Wake.
And pages. If you see pages of writing anywhere, you must take them and keep them safe. Our lives could depend on it. They have vital information.
We know about the pages, Wake. We'll keep an eye out.
Okay, the dead deer is not what we're looking for. Yeah, this really does feel a little looking for like looking for a needle in a haystack. I am just sort of. I wasn't trying to shoot Alan. I was trying to point the torch like in his face, which I can only do in like aiming mode, in order to like properly light his face up and see what was up. What are we looking
The
for?
creepy twig sculpture?
Presumably she'll tell me when I found all of the beach clues. Oh, this is gonna be the
A
little
locked box.
Oh.
Is that the cult of the tree symbol on it?
Are we playing Simon Says? Okay.
Notes and ammo.
Okay, only had to remember 3 points.
Looks like they're tools of the tree.
That's okay. Oh, did I just get more storage space, maybe?
The cult doesn't see their victims as people.
They look like us, but they aren't. They're like animals, and it's our job to hunt them and gut them. Ah, dehumanizing your enemies, I see. Lovely. Okay.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
It's a spooky one, that's for sure. Cult stashes. They exist.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
Yep, that's... I found one. Found one in the lake. What do we got? We got stuff to do with the cult of the tree. Victims are like animals. That sounds like cult psychology to me. Triangle figures made from twigs. Is that also cult psychology?
Ugh.
Why did she sound like so repulsed at my having put that in cult psychology? Was it that wrong of a choice? Okay, and... Nope, don't have the option to profile Alan Wake yet. I really feel like we should be profiling Alan Wake at this point. Just so offended at my being bad at video games. How dare I? Oh, don't tell me this is going to be one of these things where, like, there's missable clues and I get, like, a bad ending if I didn't find enough of the optional clues. If that is the case, I should probably know about that now. If anyone's in chat and knows if that's the case, like, if that's a thing, let me know. Don't know the ending, don't think... Okay, don't think so. Cool, I won't worry about it then. I'm just realizing the lack of direction it's giving me here about, like, I should have a look around is like, that really feels like I might miss something. That is a lovely sky, yeah. Does anyone in chat know whether I can just, like, go now? You can roam around in the forest and find stuff. I know I found some things in the forest. It's the way that she told me... That she told me, like, oh, I'd better look around. I'm not gonna get another chance. Makes me think I'm, like, waiting for a sign now to tell me I'm allowed to leave. Okay, it's not telling me there's a specific clue I need to find before I leave. It's just, this is now an option. Cool, that's good. Okay, it's mainly just like that clue and that loot box I found, I guess. Those bits down there. I don't know why Casey's not bringing Alan already. We should probably be heading up. It seems like the case of our careers unfolding before us, and we should probably, like, get on it. Ooh, is this a page I missed earlier?
He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. He descended into the tunnels, from the Dark City, into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. The writer's cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. A cultist leaned close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught. Murdered. They got him.
Yeah, Bellabean, I assume the stuff is important to put in the picture together.
He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen.
I just didn't... I wanted to check this wasn't like, I'm going to miss out on vital content because I failed to notice a page somewhere. Or you didn't notice that thing. Oops, the game's ruined now. Oh yeah, you don't mind the light, I see. Oh. Yeah, that was some problematic strobing going on there. Like, no degree of flashing lights is great. Don't forget to use safe havens to hide from enemies and heal in combat. Well, I was trying to, and then it just started flashing at me. Gonna be going up. Yeah, like the effect on that light feels like the kind of thing, if you're putting that in a game, someone on the dev team should go, maybe we need a toggle to lessen this. If you shoot from or near light sources, they flicker and go out for a bit. Okay, game did not explain that to me, and could really do without the strobing to get there.
I don't think I'm done here yet.
What does that mean, Saga? What does that mean on the scale of, like, you cannot finish this area yet? To, you missed one collectible somewhere in the woods, and you should probably... Like, if you want to find it, you should know about that. I don't like that lack of clarity. Check with Lady Fortuna at the counter. Oh, get a better gun. Okay. Five, I see. So 739. It's 7 in front of the lottery number going up through her lucky numbers. 739. Hopefully this is what it was trying to tell me was available. Yeah, like a boar or something. Oh no, that was a wolf and I turned it to mist. Oh, Cinnamon Armadillo, good morning to Australia. Thank you for the lovely comment. How are you doing? Okay, she's not telling me anymore that I am not finished here, so I'm gonna assume I'm okay to leave.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
People who want you to upgrade your weapons in your mind palace, that's who. That's not the way out. I will find my way out of these darned woods. How hard could it be? Oh, there was a gate somewhere near the general store. Should I be leaving via the gate? Maybe. Ah, I did pick up the map, but I find the map confusing to look at, and I wish I could look at it. Oh, am I meant to be heading to the witch's hut? That way it's circled? Oh no, that's my cursor. Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to be heading to the parking lot. Guess that road is... This road closed? No, it's not closed. Okay, so if I loop the long way around the general store, I should be able to go up. The grey area is available now. Oh, that's... maybe a larger area than I thought it was? What, this whole dark grey area? Blind Combat says, this game doesn't have any accessibility for blind players, right? Not anything significant. Let's have a look at the options. I'm seeing what there is that could be... There's things like controller aim assist, which could be useful for low vision players. There is very little in the graphics section. Quality versus performance, brightness calibration. You can turn motion blur and film grain off, which might help make things a little easier for some people to see. There's dialogue vibration as an option, which I've only previously seen in, I think, The Last of Us Part 1. Ooh. Sorry, I hadn't seen this was in here, just generally. Hyper Acacius filter, which filters high-pitched sounds above a certain frequency. That is appreciated. But yeah, there is very little here for blind players. Subtitles can be made larger and have a background, but it's not a solid background. It's opaque. There's only one setting of background. Yeah, not a lot here, unfortunately. Yes, as a sighted player who just struggles with visual memory, I've been struggling and needed, like, wishing this game had navigation assists. So yeah, as a sighted player, I'm having a little trouble working my way around this place. It's probably not going to be a good fit, unfortunately. Right, where was I? So, yeah, so chat, the dark grey area is entirely visitable now and wasn't before, is that correct? And if so, should I be exploring more of that? Oh, blind combat, I'm glad the stuff I do is helpful. Hurrah. When there is, Cinnamon Armadillo on Twitch says, when there is oddly specific accessibility features while others, are lacking hugely, it makes someone on the dev team, it makes it seem like someone on the dev team wanted that accessibility option personally. Yeah, I get it. Though I will say, as someone that has trouble with high frequencies sometimes, I'm really glad that this and, Spider-Man 2 recently, like, that it's starting to get noticed as a possible option to include. There's some fun puzzles there. Some good lore. Okay, I guess I'm going back down the hill. It was not super clear that that's... Can I put, like, a map pin? No. Grayson Petty says, speaking of accessibility, when it comes to the tutorials, I wish the background surrounding the text could be more opaque for increased contrast. Generally speaking, I wish the backgrounds would be more... you would have an option to make them more opaque. They say, I'm thinking about the web accessibility content, web content accessibility guidelines for games. Yes, this is not hitting best practice for making sure text has contrast. Sorry, right. Okay, if I follow this and then U-turn down... Okay, I'm gonna try and find the dark grey area. What did text vibration mean? Not seen it before. It was available in, I think it was The Last of Us Part 1. If the setting does what I think it does, which is using the PS5 controller's, like, fancy vibration to reinforce words, to provide vibration that is similar to the dialogue being spoken out loud. It is designed to be a setting for players who are deaf, with the intention being, hey, you might not be able to hear the voices, but you can get a sense of the dramatic pacing, the tone, the volume of speakers via vibration. The intention being something akin to including sign language interpreters, so that it's not just, here is the plain text that you are being given if you cannot hear the game, that it's like, here is some feel of how it's being said. I'm gonna try turning it on just to confirm it is the setting I think it is. It sounds like that's what it is. That's what it was in The Last of Us Part 1. Dialogue vibration intensity. Let's whack it up to full. And... okay, so we double back down on ourselves. Yeah, I wish I could have a mini-map or something. Already missed the path I wanted to be on. Yeah, if I turn around and go further before I loop. need to find some dialogue now to test that out with. Where's the witch's ladle? Okay, this is where I'm going to find out I have already been all the places that I think I haven't. I'm no good at placing myself in 3D space based on map images and knowing what that means. I think I've seen the private cabin already. Maybe I have been down this area. This might be a waste of time. Now I've gotten turned around. I'm seeing arrows on trees that I don't think I saw before. This was all underwater. Okay, cool. Streamside stash. Yeah, this game is not... I'm not having an easy time finding my way around in this. Oh, so grey is grey area you haven't been to before. It doesn't mean underwater, it means new area. Yeah, not a fan of having to, like, pause and go into my not time isn't paused mind palace to check that map. Oh, Cinnamon Armadillo, I hope your cat is enjoying chilling, listening to the stream. Today's catch, a yellow perch and a mid-sized pike. Saw an out-of-towner walking around in the woods just before sunrise. Nothing particularly notable seeming in there. Oh, she got stuck on a piece of geometry in the Mind Palace, I see. Andy H says, how much of the first game do you need to have played to get this one? Played the original, but that was when it first came out. I did the same. I played the original when it first came out, and remembered... I think I played the DLC, question mark. I don't think I got around to the Control DLC about Alan Wake. GameSpot have a pretty good, like, 10-minute long recap video that was plenty for me to go, yeah, I kind of remember that. And or, that's good to know, and then I jumped into this. So, like, GameSpot's 10-minute Alan Wake recap, plenty. Okay, oh, I really need a mini-map. I just need a mini-map. Inside stash key? Nope. So up and right. I need games to have a mini map, and ideally a little line on the mini map I can just kind of follow to a waypoint I have set that will take me the actual way to get to that objective.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves. Wonder what's
Rock
inside.
tree, are you bright enough?
I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
it's not just the number that looks like a rock, the number that looks like a rock, the number that looks like a tree. Okay. What does rock tree mean? How much do I want it? How much do I... Oh. Plus 3? 3 plus 3. Um, 368? Is it okay to ask how far along you are into the game? I've just started chapter 3. For the average person, I'd say like 2-3 hours, maybe. What was that? 368 was my thought. Six, 8. I'm enjoying myself. This puzzle I'm not getting anywhere with it particularly quickly, but... What am I missing about this puzzle? Chat, has anyone got any ideas on this puzzle? Look around the river. Okay. Now I've got to check where the river is again. Okay. Well, this sort of stream down here. Did I just miss a number on a rock somewhere? Quite probably. Oh, there. Seven minus 2 is 5. 5, 6, 8. Or 6, 5, 8. 5, 6, 8 or 6, 5, 8. Grab these things quickly before that voice I can hear arrives. Where are you? Where am I right now? I'm down here. I missed the cabin? Not sure how I missed the cabin. Again, lack of a minimap's not helping here. Okay. Miriam and Matt, thank you for the lovely hike. Camping do's and don'ts. Nothing super notable. Nothing super interesting in the cabin.
There's something written here. A poem?
Mother Crow. Okay, a Mother Crow sits
Reminds
in
me
her.
of the nursery rhymes I read to Logan when she was
Yeah,
little.
yep. Mine. A Mother Crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies, doing her best to protect her home from the beast coming to feast. But only a hero brave of heart can keep two apart. Mother Crow sits in her nest. I have to find. This is a whole little side quest, huh?
Creepy dolls. Mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
Okay, so I gotta find. Oh, sorry, I've just Noodle That Soup. Thank you very much for the raid. Sorry, I need to be better about recognizing this. I'm now using a restreaming program so I can stream in Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I see all of the chat messages. I don't see raid notifications, and that is something that I need to work out how to change in my settings so that I see the raids in the combined chat. Thank you very much for the raid. Apologies for not catching it. I'm still getting used to working with combined chat. Oh, there's going to be nursery rhymes in a bunch of places, I see. Okay.
Keep trying.
Okay. What other cases do we have? Lunchbox. Yeah. Oh. Cauldron Lake lunchboxes. How do I... I'm going on the map. If I head up, head forward to the road and then left. Tara, you shouldn't need to, ideally, to inform me of a raid. I should be able to, I should get it. It's just, I need to, I've got the Twitch chat open on a separate monitor. I just have to make sure I am keeping a sort of eye on it. I need a 180. Go this way? Witchfinder Station is this way. You're part of the raid. That makes sense. Right, Witchfinder's Station. Yeah, I definitely feel like the caseboard would be more navigatable on PC, but I'm a console person through and through. Hero brave and strong left home to fight a wrong. From woods came the wolf, so greedy and hungry. He ate what he found in the house without host. The hero returned to find she'd lost the thing she loved most. Oh, I do not have it in me to do riddles. I know some of you are gonna be annoyed that I'm missing important, helpful content. This is not what appeals to me about this game, and I am probably gonna just move on with the plot. I am intrigued by the plot, and like a lot of the side stuff around this is like this. Feels like it's going to slow down the momentum beyond where I want it to be.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
I explore this cabin, but I think after that it's I'm just gonna head up to car because I want to know that plot. I want to know where that plot's going. Yeah, I gotta find a password in here somewhere. See, tip of the day: when nature calls on a hike, check the direction of the wind before answering. Nothing super relevant there. Oh. Two, 5, 4, 7. Okay, the password's just written there. 2, 5, 4, 7. No, what? 2, 5. There we go. Experimentation update. Here's the promised update on the project's first experimentations. The test items used were plastic animal figurines, teddy bears, toys, cars, baby dolls. The iconographic nature of the test items was hypothesized to be beneficial for research purposes. Test results negative. Project Nursery Rhymes. I've received your favorable review of my project proposal. My academic as well as recreational expertise in mythology, folklore, and writing. Okay, right. What's this new case? Nursery Rhymes. No. Bright Falls Nursery Rhymes? No. The thing mentioning the nursery rhymes doesn't go in any of the nursery rhyme sections. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let's have a quick look upstairs. Part of the reason I'm probably gonna not do a lot of this side content stuff that involves like hunting around for puzzle stuff. I get motion sick playing this game, and I want to get through it and like see the end of it without that taking too long. And I know that some of these streams are going to kind of abruptly have to end due to motion sickness. And I feel like this is the kind of thing that is going to dramatically enough like take up time that I could be using like seeing this game through to the end without just getting frustrated by the motion sickness. Research into the reality-altering effects discovered at Lake Cauldron, utilizing fiction and art as a source and then manifesting the results into existence. Okay, so the Federal Bureau of Control from Control were trying to manifest things into reality through fiction because this area made that possible. They're going to experiment with nursery rhymes in an attempt to recreate the conditions under which the writing would become reality. There are two ways fiction affects reality, either by reflecting events that have come to pass but are not known to their later creator, whose active creation therefore becomes the catalyst for these past events, after which they serve as the source of their own inspiration, or by the fiction itself being the initiating force in its present timeline, using the creator as a conduit. In the experiment, we will create nursery rhyme text with specific function, use the depicted dolls and symbols as needed via a careful testing process. A variety of combinations will be tested to collect large amounts of data to try and find a pattern. Okay, that is interesting. It's interesting that they're researching that. Sucks that I'm a little too motion sick to do a lot of
souvenir for Logan.
Oh. These are the objects I have to take to the poems. Something. Okay. Okay, there's 3 of these to be found, I see. Are there 3 items in this room? Is there a 3rd item in this room for me to... Looking for a toy crow. Maybe there was a toy crow somewhere in that previous cabin. An Chimera? Sure. Is there a crow in here I should be finding and picking up? Or like an additional figurine or something? It's at another nursery rhyme that I walked past. Okay. What was this nursery rhyme again? The hero brave and strong left home to right a wrong. The wolf ate what he found in the house without a host. The hero returned to find the thing she loved most. Wolf so greedy and hungry, he ate what he found in the house without a host.
No. Something feels different. I should look around. What is this?
A dark substance appeared when the rhyme was completed.
Jesus.
I'm assuming I don't need to pick those dolls back up or leaving. Oh god, this is going to be gory, isn't it? Yep, okay.
A charm. Cute. It'll go great on the bracelet Logan made for me.
I'm glad that the charm that appeared at the site of the rhyme was cute.
Strange. Gotta keep an eye out for more of these.
What does this
rhymes.
do? Saves you from death but shatters in the process. Sure. You need the dolls for more rhymes later. Okay, that's fine. If they don't take up space and I don't need to leave them here, I guess I'll pick them back up. Okay. Was this the last place I was heading? It was, but now that I know... do I know where the other nursery rhyme is? I don't. Okay. I'll go back to the previous nursery rhyme at least once and see if I can make anything of it before I head off.
We've reached the car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here. I'll meet you at the parking lot.
Is that suggesting that I have found everything in the flooded area I previously couldn't find? Is that saying I can move on now?
There's another lunchbox.
Okay, which I guess means I don't have everything I need to do the other nursery rhyme. I shouldn't worry about the other nursery rhyme yet, and I can just head back. Okay, not enough for a single upgrade yet. Okay. You need the dolls for... okay. If there are things I don't find on this run, like, is there a new game plus in which the things I found are already found still? Strange dolls.
The FBC is definitely playing with things they don't fully understand. And that
What?
always goes well.
The FBC messing around with reality bending things they don't fully understand? What? Yeah, a lot of these things feel like interesting bits of side lore that I would like to know about on a latter playthrough, but I think on this first playthrough I want to kind of mainline it a bit more, because I want to know what's going on with the main narrative before I stop and spend time on the minutia. I think the minutia will feel more valuable and make more sense when it isn't getting in the way of Alan Wake came back. I want to talk to him. Andy H in the Twitch that says, not gaming related, but I've started reading Uncomfortable Labels. Find it really interesting, as I feel I had an incidental school life being autistic, not being able to get a diagnosis till I was 20 and not being able to make friends. Yeah, it's surprising how many, like, events in common there end up being, amongst certain stories people experience. Yeah, if I U-turn... Go this way and turn right at the end of the path and then turn left. Oh, Amanda the Adventurer is getting a sweet sequel. Ah. Not so sure how to feel about that, in that, like, I enjoyed that game, but also it feels like if it was going to have more narrative, it probably should have just had an ending. Like, it felt like it deliberately ended where it did, and it's like, oh, we're gonna have more of it, but in a sequel. Kind of feels like it undoes, like, was your intention to have a vague ending, or... Or was it to finish telling this story? That makes sense. Gotta ponder how I feel about that one. Yeah, I should go chat to the the FBC people up the top of here and go like, hey, you were writing nursery rhymes into reality and that's kind of screwed up. Can I ask them about that? I'm guessing not. Probably. Clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fixed it so any alerts will come our way. It's definitely concerning. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix this things. You're reading this, check for tampering. But more secure metal casing around the whole thing so raccoons don't get into it anymore.
Warning. Activity detected. AWE. Event in progress.
Altered world event?
What's an AWE? Casey, what exactly does the FBC do?
After New York, when I started looking for our friend here, their name came up. I pushed them for any files they had on him, but got stonewalled. They have a reputation of showing up for weird shit.
So Alan's an altered world event now.
Now we find our writer. How about that?
AWE stands for Alan Wake's Equal. Alan Wake eventual sequel. Right, let's get in the car. Give me plot. I crave plot. Also, I'm going to have these lovely ginger biscuits my wife made that are shaped like kitty cats and have ginger in them, so hopefully that'll help with the motion sickness.
You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Oh.
Okay. Dad? Dad, it's Mom.
She's dead. Saga is imagining these calls. These calls are not real.
Slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
Yeah, your daughter allegedly drowned, and now, after slipping and falling and hitting her head or whatever...
You sound stressed.
No, it's,
But, oh, the fall wasn't so bad. Oh, she didn't drown.
If you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
There is no way this is real.
Love you, Dave.
Love you.
I am convinced that Logan is
Say bye
dead.
to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
No, she slipped. She could have died, like the way that that woman told you she died. Funny that. This is very Twin Peaks. The vibe is good here. I'm enjoying this.
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Oh, fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The
Twin
writer's
Peaks,
name
Twin
is
Peaks: The
scratched off
Return.
permanently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare.
An American Nightmare.
It doesn't make sense.
That's Alan Wake for you. That makes sense. We're doing Alan Wake's flashback tour. Every time he sees a puddle, I'm like, oh, it's like I'm in the lake again. I'm glad that Alan couldn't remember and then 4 seconds later was able to remember. Good narrative development, that. Oh, is this gonna be the nonsense I've seen? Maybe not. I saw a few seconds of nonsense online and I'm wondering if this is the nonsense I'm aware of. He wrote that he remembered. Without spoiling too much, Bella Bean, I'm aware of a musical moment.
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show?
Bella Bean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I saw about 4 seconds of it and I went, that's fucking bonkers. I can't wait for whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to close it before I spoil myself. Okay, different nonsense. Okay. Cool. Yes, I've realized I've seen enough to know that this is going to get a bit weird and surreal. Again, a bit Twin Peaksy. We're in the midst of trying to do something kind of scary and intense, and then...
Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
We turn that up slightly. In between with Mr. Door.
It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
So does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure.
I would just say, it's given that the original character model for Alan Wake was made as long ago as it was, and this new one looks recognizably similar to the old character model, and now we're getting live action on camera segments, the consistency of character model to IRL person, not as uncanny as it usually is. That's impressive.
You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
Yeah. Body and voice actors are different too for Alan, so these came out quite well considering. Really? That is damn impressive.
So humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man! That is spot on! Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake.
Oh.
Trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not actually out of the dark place. He's only out of the dark place as long as the story says he's out of the dark place.
That's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan? Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours.
Are you really
called Return, perhaps?
I don't think you're trying to set up an Alan Wake 3, but...
Yeah, thank you for one of the...
Yeah, I feel like Return is the story we're living through now.
All this talk of meta.
Okay, so the second book in the series was him writing himself back into being an author in a writer's room so that he was back to being a character, and then Return is him writing himself back into reality?
I'm expecting to disappear once this scene ends.
Okay. So, the first book is him writing himself back into some degree of control. Maybe it's American Nightmare, maybe it's what we're experiencing now, it's him having written himself back into...
I'm losing it. Something's not right here.
Writing himself enough control to write himself out of...
To Alice.
Yeah, out of the thing.
What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story.
Oh,
Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
yeah, it was the old guys from Alan Wake 1.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Was Return Game 1? Like, didn't he just say Return would be a sequel to the other ones or something? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Departure was Game 1. Initiation 2. My interpretation of many worlds. Yeah, okay.
Hey! I think I've been locked in!
665.
Look, now I have to find the code myself.
That's right, I already found it. It's the neighbor of the beast. Old Gods of Asgard and all that.
There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
Yeah, I'm not hanging around. I'm just going for that red exit light. Maybe the second book is how Mr. Scratch got out.
Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar.
Okay, maybe the second book was American Nightmare, because the reason he doesn't remember writing the second book is because he undid Scratch's existence and therefore rewrote reality, so he never needed to write the second book.
A ghost of a memory surfaced, about writing here for countless days.
Initiation Draft 1. Okay, let's come. Oh, do we have a Mind Palace board for Alan as well?
A board for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far.
Oh, this is why her Mind Palace is like this, is because it's his book writing technique.
I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape.
A talk show, I thought I was home in New York, but none of it had felt right. I was trapped in the dark place, a nightmare beyond our world. The writer's room was my safe haven. My writing affected what happened outside. I was trying to write a story to escape this place. The story I wrote, I projected myself out to look for a way to escape. Every door had said had felt true. Everything Door had said had felt true.
I had to write more.
Was that part of my writing or coming from somewhere else? Trapped. You must write to escape. Read me. Nope. Okay. As a person whose primary job is being a writer, I'm very curious how they're going to gameplayify authorship.
Manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my
Bella Bean says Laura will have nightmares about this game.
I would start again at the talk show.
Are you suggesting that I, as a writer who sits in a room alone writing, as a way to try and reach out and touch the world, would in some way be affected by a narrative about a writer doing that same thing?
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Welcome back.
Okay.
We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself himself is here to
Bella Bean says, maybe I'm just a character in Laura's manuscript.
the actor who has given his face to the lead detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here, the best-selling writer the books the films are based on. Let's do this!
Bella Bean, I think any writer to a degree has to have a little bit of a gold complex. To think, I'm going to put words on a page and other people will read them and go, yes, those were worth my time and attention, requires a little bit of like, you know, I'm worth reading, yeah.
Welcome back to the show. So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
Okay, I hadn't considered this before. Casey also doesn't exist. Casey only exists because Alan wrote his... It's not that Alan stole the name of this real FBI agent to base a character in his books about. He wrote the character for his books into reality. This is why he and Saga are drinking at the same time. They are both elements he's written into existence. He described the two of them take a sip of their coffee, and the description literally taken, they do it at the same time. Okay, yeah, Scrangle 3D says, all creative output does, and as any therapist would tell you, some narcissism is healthy. You have to feel like what you're doing is worth experiencing, that you're good at what you do, and so on. It's called confidence, of course, but yeah. Yeah, it's... I think this is tackled really well in a track called High Ren by an artist called Ren that I've been really enjoying recently. That like talks about like the back and forth mental health struggle that can come with being a creative, where like the character of Ren, the self-perspective character, is talking about like I don't need to be seen by millions of people. I don't need to be famous, you know, as long as my work's like, you know, being seen by some people and it's having a meaningful effect, like, you know, that's fulfilling. I don't, you know, need it to be more than that. And this sort of negative self-doubt in their head is going like, nah, you're fucking lying. I am you. I know that you care, and like berating them for like downplaying what they want career-wise. So eventually, you know, that positive side of them goes, okay, fine, I'm gonna be amazing, I'm gonna be great, like, fuck you, I'm gonna do great out of spite. And the negative heart starts going, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. And it's that, like, you're gonna beat yourself up whether you, like, downplay or upplay what you're doing. It's a tricky one.
I know it can be an awkward question with the man...
Sorry, yeah, Hero in the Twitch chat says, the director of this game, Sam Lake, is here with his character, Alan Wake, playing the actor who plays Alan's character, Alex Casey, who is Sam's character, Max Payne. Yep, sure.
Right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be.
This is going to break me.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
This is so interesting.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired.
Okay, so we're about to watch Alan be upset about adaptations of his own work.
I was watching the world through a rain-slick window.
How your things you create kind of escape your control once you create them.
Missing writer. My only clue was was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great. Murder case, Casey. Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
This is ridiculous, and I'm very here for it. This is what I want out of Alan Wake. I want to be baffled. I want to be a little bit lost in the weeds of some surreal bullshit. Oh yeah, Scrangle 3D, couldn't agree more. If I was in the career field I was in to be famous, I wouldn't have picked a niche like accessibility to be like, this is what I'm working on. There is, surprisingly, not a huge amount of views to be found in accessibility. It is not a mass market appeal, like, this is what you do to get the big numbers. Okay, many worlds theory. Anything new to spot? Is it 665 again? Nope, did I miss a different number somewhere else? Oh, I can still come in this room. I don't know why I thought I couldn't. "565, okay. Is he great? You'd think so, but like, there's a lot of people who go, I'm not disabled, why would I learn about accessibility? And just write the... There's a lot of people who just write the topic off sight unseen because they're like, well, I'm not disabled, this isn't for me. Izigra, we don't have much of an idea of what's going on. I can tell you as much as I can. Saga followed some pages of a book into another world and found Alan Wake. He'd been stranded in another world for 13 years. And Alan's trying to remember what the fuck happened in that other world for 13 years. He's going through a weird loop of trying to write himself back to reality via the medium of talk shows. I think he aged? I'm not certain, but I think so.
Ah, no rain. There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Yeah, he might be writing his evil doppelganger, Mr. Scratch, who he wrote out of existence in American Nightmare back into reality, maybe, question mark. Also, yeah, it's Artie! Everyone loves Artie! It's Artie!
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
Totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
His facial animations for when he is speaking are beautifully exaggerated. I'm a big fan of them.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are.
Yeah, Hero in the Twitch chat asks, is Tom the name of one of the actors who plays Alan, either the voice actor or the IRL actor?
Just remember to
I know, in no eyesight.
It won't take long when you get to work.
Yeah. I think Tom is referencing Thomas Zane. Is Thomas Zane one of the actors of Alan Wake? If so, that's great.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa, kun a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin?
A man's a man, but a man with a man makes two.
can build his own exit.
The diving suit guy in the first game, okay.
In the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
His voice has a beautifully bouncy rhythm to it. I could listen to this man speak all day, and I would catch like 70% of the words he said, and the other 30% I would just fill in with good vibes. Oh, we are literally just doing... Okay. Alan has a mind palace too, I see. Okay, am I supposed to be looking at the map board? Yeah, I'm trying to find Mr. Dawes' dressing room, am I? Conversation, new choices.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle.
I want...
Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
Oh no, don't talk about water having memories,
but still a friendly face.
I want this man, and only this man, to give me advice in the future.
The janitor mentioned.
I never want life advice from anyone but that man. I feel like his advice would be, no matter what he said, I would feel better after he'd advised me. Okay, I might have missed something in here. So what was it? You know, I've seen that. Is that... Oh, sorry, I gotta find the basement, which would be... Ah, I see. Cyborg Girl? Why wouldn't they? He is the friendliest character. This is way... Oh yeah, there we go. That was way too dark. Sometimes you just need one character you can trust, and that is Artie. Need one person who you don't suspect constantly of being terrible.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me? The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness.
Oh yeah, Artie is definitely like some kind of benevolent being from outside this dimension.
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead.
Artie would also speak in riddles, and I'm not sure how much value you could derive from his advice. I can derive good vibes from his advice.
Whoa! When the
That'll
light
do.
Into my lamp, the whole room changed, like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now.
Oh, I see. I gotta hop between realities. No eyesight in the YouTube chat says, love the way you're doing your recent work. It's really picking up a bit. Thank you for helping the blind community. I'm glad. As someone who has pretty solid eyesight, I'm always reassured to hear that I'm doing okay with when I cover content that impacts blind gamers. I do not have every disability. I do my best to be as well-rounded as I can in my coverage. I'm glad that I'm doing some help. Huzzah! Willie Rosado, hi, how's it going? I'm doing some time loop memory rewriting nonsense as Alan Wake, and I'm having a great time. I understand maybe half of what's happening, and it's great. I just want to open a map. I don't want to have to go to a Mind Palace to go to the map. Where am I trying to get to right now? The exit. How much shooting is in this one? I was really into the world of Control, but I couldn't handle all the action stuff. So far, I've had, like, one boss fight and a couple of isolated gunshots. There's been a lot less shooting in this one thus far. Okay.
I felt another surge from the lamp. I could use it again.
Yes, but where? Need to turn left to get into the laundry? Nope, no, turn left in the real world, not in.
The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
Now I'm in this side, so I can go through this door. And go up the stairs. You do more 1 versus 1 to 3 encounters than you do full room shootouts with several foes. Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember. The clicker. The light switch. I lost it. But I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare.
Oh.
Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror are real. It feeds off my mind. Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying.
Okay, so I'm assuming the cult is obsessed with the failed attempts he's done to write himself back out into reality. That's what they're worshipping. Mr. Scratch is probably one of those events of, like, a series of trying to sort those things out. Willie Rosado asks how my day is going over in the YouTube chat. It's going alright. It's been a busy day today. I didn't get around to finishing subtitling the Inquisition until like nearly 9 PM UK. So it's been a long day, but I'm enjoying Alan Wake and I'm having a good time, and I've got an interesting few days ahead. So it's going good.
I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral in the darkness. I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map, and the key, and the compass. That's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean, that's not an ocean. And a lake, that's not a lake.
How do you lose the one thing that you can use to fight the dark place? Well, I'm pretty sure it's that he plunged it into the witch's heart to destroy the witch, and in the process lost it. Okay, another chapter down. Do I do one more chapter tonight? Maybe I do one more chapter tonight.
I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere.
Looking for any clues in these lyrics.
I'm right in front of you, I'm right here.
You know what the vibe of a lot of these songs, these end of chapter songs has been? They remind me of songs I would have heard early on in Welcome to Night Vale as the weather segment.
Somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back.
Oh, okay. I assumed end of chapter would have been us back in in reality. Okay. Strangle in the Twitch chat says, Alan Wake discovers a new way to avoid paying for a TV license. You don't have to pay for TV if you are the TV, I guess. Shoebox. And store your items. Alan can access stored items from any shoebox in the dark place. Okay, I thought it was going to tell me, like, if you put it in here in the dark place, you can access it in the light. Ooh, the dark world is a lot.
My phone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
Where's the payphone? There it is. No, different. Oh, sorry, different payphone. Just put the one payphone there.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation?
Why do I feel like this is Scratch?
Listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station.
Oh no, is this...
You need to go there.
Is this, Hemingway, or whatever his name was, the dead guy?
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in it together. Don't worry. I got you now.
Yeah, this is... This is gonna be the dead...
Hello?
This is gonna be the dead FBI agent. Who we find... No, not Zane. The one who at the start of this game was sacrificed on the table. Because one of the profilings that Saga did of him was him going on about the subway. And Nightingale, yes. You see, what when I said Hemingway, I wasn't close, but like tonally I was close. The right pretentiousness of name. Yeah, we're going to see the events leading up to Nightingale being written back into reality. This is going to be Nightingale... Okay.
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
Of course I don't have a torch. Okay, avoid the funky reality zone.
Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance. The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
I'm trying. Oh, okay, so we're gonna find a different... Can I take just like any light?
It was locked from the other side.
Is I'm trying to get the charge? Maybe I'm misunderstanding this. I need to find someone to get the light from.
There was a light at the end of the alley ahead.
Okay. And I'm assuming the lamp with the light in it can be a melee weapon that I'm going to use somewhere around here.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met at Door's show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey, looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
Interesting. Is that how Scratch did his serial killing, maybe? Via the medium of writing a cult into doing the murders?
Casey! Damn it.
I had to follow Casey.
I'm
I
trying.
needed that light.
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want.
Oh. Had Alan written a story in which the Casey character dies, and here the Casey character is real and is aware of the fact that he dies in the books, and is trying to get Alan to write him differently so he doesn't die, to get him to write a new story for him to be in, which is the events unfolding. All of those ritual cult murders are Casey writing himself a story to it. Casey is writing himself into reality too, to have a case to go solve so that he doesn't have to die in the next book.
You think you know. You know
Maybe?
shit. You don't really want to know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
In the first game, the last book he had written was the one where he kills off Casey. Yeah, so in the interview he was doing with Mr. Dorr, the book he was writing wasn't a sequel to the Alex Casey novels. Okay.
It was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective.
But you know nothing about being a detective, so you write a really shitty detective. Yeah.
But with the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
Yes, he got writer's block trying to think up something new that wasn't just for Alex Casey. That was the whole thing. Oh, I'm supposed to be shooting you, not lighting you up.
Until they didn't. They were trying to stop me. The gun and flashlight, I could fight
back. Okay, this is all coming back. I'm glad I'm playing this on stream. Honestly, having chat to remind me of little details is helpful.
I needed to find another light to go deeper inside.
Okay. Don't sleep street and again avenue. Don't sleep again. Okay, I need an additional light. Where am I going to find an additional light to use? I don't think I can just take that light again, or it's gonna make the thing disappear, isn't it? Can I get down here now? Do I have a key for this?
I needed to find a way around that fence.
It's this way. Okay. How do I get around this fence? No batteries left. Okay. Chat explicitly asking any tips or ideas on how to progress this way. I feel like there's going to be something really silly and I'm just not seeing it. There was another light I could use the lamp on. Where is the other light I can use the lamp on? I thought I had to go past this fence to get the other light, which is over there. Maybe I'm wrong. Because there's this one that I don't think I can take. Oh. Oh, I think I see what's going on. Yeah, yes, I got there. Sorry, hadn't twigged what the mechanic here was for a sec. Gonna let me through? No, but it will do something. Oh, it creates a stairway. Oh, I see what I'm doing. We got this. Can't deal with you. Through the door I go. Run, run, run. Oh, give me some batteries. There we go. Okay, this is where we were seeing when we were Saga going through the reality warp.
Fuck me.
Okay, so I have 2 charges now. So I can... that one into there. One in here.
The gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket.
Oh yes, I've got the subway pass.
Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
I find it interesting that the way that, like, these new locations are being described as, like, new scene, as if it's a new location in the narrative.
Something was here. A vision about to reveal itself. I needed to look at it from the right angle.
Oh.
My agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing.
I can confirm this entire, like, dream sequence that all leads to, I could have a character who's a detective. This is how writing a novel is done.
I had a location. I had a story thread. I would put them together. The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
As someone who has written a novel, this is the novel writing process. Very, very accurately depicted. Scrangle 3D in the Twitch chat says can confirm. Can confirm I have dreams about correct model topology sometimes. Help me. And Araxuxus says I ain't a writer, so I believe you without question.
The tracks led into the tunnel. That was my way forward.
Oh, we're following blood footsteps. Subway Bigfoot. Hooray, train tracks are cool, but also kids don't walk on the train tracks.
Into darkness.
Don't do as I say, not as I do. Initiation. Remember, kids, the third rail is the funnest one to walk on. It's slightly higher than the other. No, I am goddamn joking. Do not walk on the fucking third rail.
Shit. I don't like the sound of that.
Better come in this room for a little nap. Gonna come in the safe room. Ammo, batteries? Nope. Okay. Find Alice. I mean, I was hoping to. I gotta get over there. Probably means through here.
The tunnels were a maze. The blood trail led me on.
Oh, I did not realize we had people with a resistance to demands.
Another place to use in the story.
A demand avoidance going on in chat.
Visions. inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper. The new scene I had found was important for the story.
Collapsed tunnel? What if we put a missing FBI agent in there?
I had changed the story, and with that, the dark place changed.
It's bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next. I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
I'd love to be an unholy motherfucking messiah. Yeah, I think I'm on top of the plot for now. What else I got down here?
Another echo lingered here, a source of inspiration.
Word is your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the Cult of the Word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual.
Oh, Cinnamon Armadillo, have a good rest of your night.
Reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Okay, yeah, so Alan just wrote himself into... Yeah, okay, Alan's the reason the cult murders are happening. He wrote himself in as the cult leader because it made sense for the plot. It would be a satisfying plot, not really stopping to think about the consequences for himself when he gets out of
this
that.
New plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
I mean, sure. I guess.
I had to be at the scene, to see and understand it, in order to change it.
Okay, so I need to head back over here to rewrite this scene.
The scene changed with the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
Oh, these are the big V-shaped red lights from the image I used on social media. For the stream. Okay, so if I leave here... Don't hit me. I've got places to be going. Okay, fine, I'll put the light back.
There was something hidden here. Light would reveal it.
Come on, please be batteries. Okay. And everything in this treasure trove of a room? Cool. I need to bring the light over here, maybe. Okay, so let's get that light back. Find a way down to that sort of dark, that sort of submerged area. Away. Out here.
The water was gone. The way forward was open. Someone was humming. Was it worth the risk to go see who?
Hello? Oh. Hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look. I still haven't found my mystery man, though. Oh, that's my crazy wall. I'm just trying to make sense of things.
Oh, this is the guy who vanished into thin air in the morgue. I was at the morgue, I was about to give the evidence to the FBI, Door transported me here to this dream reality. Why? Red-headed woman, me but not me, others I know, yet they are different. Missing time, no memory, abducted, until now, have always ended up here. Love having a crazy wall.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help. Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name.
Yeah.
Warland Door.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him. The guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? No. I'll keep looking.
Curious.
you around, Alan.
Thanks, very helpful, stranger. Okay, yeah. I reckon the pages that guy found that he was going to hand us in the morgue before he vanished have to have been written by someone other than Alan. My guess is Casey, who didn't want those pages seen because it'd be like, it's Casey writing himself into reality. He's gotta poof that guy out of existence so everyone assumes it's Alan that's done the stuff. Maybe. Right, we'll show you the way. It's Alan Wake. Light's usually the answer. Okay.
The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, a scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves.
Yeah, I don't think you're shaping the dark place. I think you're shaping the real world.
A stepping stone to travel deeper to escape. Write a narrative that takes me there. Casey will lead me to it.
Alan, have you considered simply getting your typewriter and saying, Alan found a magical doorway, and when he opened it, it led him to the exit from the dark place? It's worth a try, Alan. Worth a shot, I would say. Look, I'm not saying it would make for a good narrative. I am saying I need to know if you've tried and if not, why. Seems like an important step in the process. There was also a Scrangle 3D says there was also a briefcase with $4 million in it. Exactly. Yeah, the writer before Alan tries that and it fails because it didn't make narrative sense. Well, yeah, but I feel like there's got to be something other than I magically created a cult that, like, would make sense. I feel like, maybe I'm exaggerating a little, but I feel like there are logically consistent narratives you could write that are less self-destructive. Deary in Twitch says, the Dark Place would probably be able to twist that pretty badly. I don't know, I feel like it would be able to twist, I become the messiah of a murder cult obsessed with my work. It could probably twist that pretty badly. Oh, I thought I'd gotten a new writing element. Had I not? Okay, no, that's a clip to watch. That's not something for the board. Okay, then did I get anything from down there? Do I need to go back into the water place then, I guess? Needs to write a story that others can accept, can build. Again, I feel like there are stories you could write that would be less self-destructive and would get the job done. I can't imagine I am the leader of a terrible murder cult is the only writable story.
It was here for a reason. It had a role to play. I had a new location for the story.
I suppose, maybe.
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed. The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Look, to be clear, I am not saying Remedy should have written the story differently. I'm saying I need a little bit of, like, I just need something to hold on to justify to me why Alan thought this was the story he should write to escape this place. Yeah, this feels right. This feels like a good story. And I know he's not entirely in his best mind right now, but like I can't live in a world in which a famous writer, the best way he could think to write himself back to reality was as a leader of a murder cult. That's it, Cyborg. Cyborg Girl says, Laura's looking for narrative justification for why the character wouldn't do the more obvious thing, which seems pretty reasonable. It's like, look, I understand logically there needs to be conflict for the narrative to happen. I get that. I'm not asking for a lot. I am asking for... I want some little crumb that I can cling to right now to go, this is why Alan thought this was the... Because it's that line he wrote where, like, he takes the FBI agent out of the tunnel and puts the cult in, and it's like, yeah, me as the leader of the cult. Like, it seems like it makes sense. I'm like, is no part of you having any degree of self-preservation that this might not be the way you want to get out of here? It's just like, I feel like... Look, as a writer who's has written novels and has written books, sometimes you write a thing and go, I mean, right now this is going to work, but like I should try and find other things. Like I should try different directions, and then you ultimately come back and go, I know that's the only thing that works. That's what we're doing. If Alan had gone like, I mean, this isn't ideal. I don't want to be the leader of a cult when I get out of here, but like, I'll try other ideas, and then it ultimately was like, I gotta go with the cult thing. I'm like, I would get that as a writer. You don't go, I'm gonna write myself into reality as a cult leader. And that's idea number one. I'm not gonna ideate on that. I'm just gonna stick with that one.
This is where the history of the cult gets
To be fair, Alan knows he and Mr. Scratch are separate entities and that Mr. Scratch is a serial killer. Yeah, but all the more reason he wrote Mr. My understanding is American Nightmare, he wrote Mr. Scratch out of existence. Mr. Scratch never happened anymore. He undid Mr. Scratch. But even if that wasn't the case, all the more reason to not write yourself into reality as a cult leader. You don't want to, you know, validate all of those beliefs people had about you while you were gone because of Mr. Scratch.
Genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline.
Also, we need to talk about this. The person who is subtitled here as Professor is clearly Saga, who, when we're playing as her, is an FBI agent, not a professor, which just continues to reinforce my belief that she is not actually an FBI agent. Alan has just written her into being one.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the...
It's not Saga, it's the voice of Tammy. Who's Tammy? Do I know Tammy?
tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important.
Oh, is she half of the couple that saw the ritual murder? Okay. Apologies for
use it in one of the scenes I found.
Misplacing that voice. It's the problem with trying to go off of voices. Okay, so I'm now in the derailed train car, so if I put...
I have a new idea. A new story thread.
I put the torchbearers here?
A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Yeah, I wrote a subway car full of burned, charred, melted human bodies into existence. That's... I mean, as long as it gets me out of here. Because look, maybe I'm wrong about this, but it feels like these things are getting written into the real world, and or to some degree, you got a lot on your conscience here, Alan, for your chosen route out.
None of this was real. It was all real.
Oh. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Well, isn't the whole thing that he's, like, very deliberately trying to write himself into reality via the medium of fiction? Like, his whole point is he's trying to write a fiction that brings him to the real... Okay. If he doesn't know that the consequences of his actions are coming true in the real world, then what's his motivation for trying to write himself... How does that square up with him trying to write himself back into reality? Because my understanding is he's trying to write a story now that will get him to the real world. And that he's trying to write events that will come true and will manifest that will lead to him getting out. I don't know. Well, I'm sure it'll become clear as we go. Stick with it. Once I get out of this corner. And again, I'm not necessarily expecting all these answers right now. This is me, like, talking out loud about the things I am thinking while I am playing this, and there is every chance that as I progress it will, you know, more of this will become clear, or will become clear in interesting ways. I'm just musing my thoughts about the narrative out as we do the narrative.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. the lights would help me.
Anyone who's familiar with this, do we know how close I am to the end of this chapter? Just because I'm looking for a convenient point to wrap up shortly, just so I know sort of where we're at. Aim your flashlight at the spiral.
A phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Words of power can be used to make Wake stronger. Oh, this is... Words of fix. Maximum health, maximum amount of health. Yeah, just put my max health up, I suppose. Okay, so if I retreat this way, I have an extra light available to me now. I came from... Why are all three of these arrows pointing here? Is this, a word of power? I need a way to reveal. I don't know how to do that. I have an additional light now, so I can turn a light on somewhere if I can find a place. I'll go back and try and shoot that thing. Maybe I didn't need to take the light from where I took it from. Well... Hell's Chef on Twitch says, I think Alan's problem is he's a bit of a hack. He's only really capable of writing shocking, overdramatic fiction. Can't imagine an Alex Casey novel ending without a shootout and a whole lot of bodies. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay, so what does this do? Make me harder to protect, I suppose. Yeah, see that's a logic I can get behind. I'm happy I can go with that. I don't necessarily need certainties. I'm just like I'm looking for plausible, you know, things that I can believe within the logic of. Yeah, I don't know how much further we're gonna go tonight. I was hoping to find like a good stopping point, but that is going to depend on how far we are. Yeah, what happens when I take this light? We get... How close do I have to be to put the light back? Yeah, I can't be on the other side of that and then put the light back. It would put me... Yeah, I want to be like stood here and then return the light to somewhere. Is the save room different when the lights are different? Maybe. Oh. Gets me back here. What am I changing here? Do I need to just, like, back around? Oh, this is where we were looking for. What is that? Oh, no, lost that message. Right.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Word of gun found. I found my first word of gun. It's one entire gun word there.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
Okay, do I have a character for this new
I had
location?
found another compelling location to use.
Oh, we can do a combination here.
Changed into the murder cult's hideout.
I put FBI agent. Okay, murder cult's hideout was the only one that seemed to have dialogue.
Something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
A writer, not of the last, the shadows cast, third eye project the night, this is your time. First word, not the last. Okay. Right, Hyro, it really doesn't feel like it's in Alan's best interests to keep writing this particular story. This story feels like it's actively going to fuck you over, and not take that much to do it. Okay, where do I even go from here? We came up this way. Can we go down? Right, try a change of genre, Alan. I got the word of power from name. Do I need to get the... I need to progress at least far enough to find a save point. Yes, I'm definitely flagging a bit and could do with some rest. The motion sickness is starting to get to me a little.
I had a new beat for the story.
Oh, we put the summoning ritual here. I see.
This was dark, but the story had to be dark.
Back from the tracks. Yeah, we're just gonna book it as best we can. Okay, this lets me get in the train. I don't think gets me anywhere, but... Oh, it gets me here. Here's nowhere. I keep running past the door. Okay. Oh, is it? Oh, it's here. I'm a little sleepy, we're just gonna forgive this and on we'll move. Word of action, No! Stop it! I was in my mind palace.
Secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Alright, where do I... Words of power! That'll do. Upper platform. This is gonna be nearly out, right? Yeah, I'm reaching my limit soon. I feel like we're gonna be near the end of the chapter, and I kind of want to just see the chapter out, but I feel like we are. Reaching the limit of what I can do in terms of being awake and not motion sick. been here. Yeah, I think I might just need to call it here for tonight. It's a frustrating place to stop because I feel like I'm in the middle of tasks and it's going to take me some reorienting to work out what I was up to when I come back on... I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday's stream, whenever I come back to stream some more of this week. I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna need a bit of... I might just have to look up a walkthrough to remind myself what the fuck I was doing when I come back. But thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've been enjoying it. I'm gonna continue powering ahead with this on streams. But yes, definitely reached my limit for today. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, and I will be back